Hey beauties, it's Riri. If you're new here, I'm an over 40 lover of all things beauty, and I'm pretty obsessed with indie brand makeup. Today it is a full face of first impressions. Alright beauties, before we dive in, please don't forget to subscribe before you leave. Give the video a thumbs up and share it out if you do enjoy the content. And don't forget about that little join button right down there so you can become a channel member for exclusive perks. Thank you to all my channel members. We're going to dive in with the very first thing. That's why I'm talking a little weird, because my lips are on fire. I'm testing out the brand new Too Faced Lip Injection Maximum Plump. It is an extra strength, instant, and long-term lip plumper. I literally just put this on maybe a minute and a half ago. It snuck up on me, not gonna lie. If you've tested this, let us know. I definitely am already seeing a little bit of a difference. Obviously, I just put it on, so we'll see what it does. But yeah, you don't feel anything at first, and then all of a sudden, a minute in when you're doing your intro, you start to feel it. So yeah, it looks really pretty thus far, but it's intense. Wow. You guys will obviously see the picture of everything I'm going to be using. I started doing that with my first impressions. I don't have a foundation to use, but I believe I have everything else here. And I'll be testing out the brand new Essence Coffee to Glow collection. I'm so excited about this. I saw this dropped on Trend Mood and it was not supposed to come to the US, but I think we maybe complained enough that they decided to bring it to us. Holy shit, my lips are on fire. Whew. So we're going to go in, of course you'll see the picture of everything I'll be using. I like to do that. That way if you're watching and you don't really see anything you're interested in, you can skip this one. And my first impressions tend to get a little bit longer, so y'all know what I say. Grab your tacos and your tequila, your milk and your cookies, your Doritos, your Cheetos, your Fritos, whatever is your pleasure, and sit back and relax and enjoy the show. So first up, I'm going to go in with the Milani Supercharged Dewy Primer with ginseng and citrus extracts. This sounds amazing. So I'm going to go in. I thought it was actually a pump, but it is not. Okay, so I thought you'd pull this off and it'd be a pump, which that's fine. This is fine also. Okay, and Milani, of course, is a drugstore pricing. Oh, that smells lovely. It smells like those, what were those things? The Flintstones push pop things? I don't even know if they still make those. So it smells like that. If you're super duper sensitive to scent, I would maybe pass on it. I don't feel like it's, you know, an offensive scent. Let me get a tiny bit more. It honestly has a consistency of, I guess, like a mid-density lotion, almost like a sunscreen. Oh, I love how it smells. Ooh, definitely glowy. Let me get my mirror a little closer. Yeah, definitely glowy. I really like that. And if you're new here, I do have very dry textured skin, so far, so good. I'm going to give this about 30 seconds to sink into the skin. I'm going to be going in with my LYS Beauty Foundation. This is in the shade MN3. And then I'm going to go in with the Triple Fix Translucent Setting Powder in Resilience. And I will be R&B. Alright beauties, we are back. I totally forgot to use the Essence Coffee to Glow Under Eye Energy Treatment with caffeine. So I will definitely use this in an upcoming video, or at least update you guys. Next up is a product that I was supposed to have tried in my last two testing new makeups and totally forgot until the very end. But it is the new, still new to me, still kind of new to the market, the new Anastasia Beverly Hills Magic Touch Concealer. I did get the shade 7. I bought this as soon as it launched, so it may be too dark. I can go ahead and say this is a massive size for a concealer. It feels nice and heavy. Oh, I think we're gonna be fine. That doe foot's weird. I don't know if mine's messed up or if it looks like this. It almost looks kind of like a leaf shape. I've never, I don't think, seen a wand like that. And if I know I'm using concealer, I don't all the time, you guys know this, I'm Melissa's More Beauty, then I avoid the under eye with my foundation. So I will get up close, and you can see, I definitely have a lot of like blueness and stuff through here. So I'm going to go with a tiny bit. You guys know I am, again, a less is more beauty. I do not like a lot of product, especially for the under eye. It definitely feels a little thick. I think the color is perfect, thank goodness. I'm going to lightly tap it in, kind of really focusing on the inner corner where I get a lot of darkness at. And then we're going to lightly tap it out. I don't put a ton of concealer, and what little bit I use is, you know, enough to typically drag it all the way out. I feel like people overuse concealer, personal opinion. It feels hydrating. It does not feel thick or anything like that, which I really, really like. So I can definitely see the difference, even kind of right here where you don't see the concealer setting. I don't feel like it's setting or cracking or creasing just yet, but of course we shall see. I again have very dry skin. So again, we're gonna focus on the inner corner. And then lightly press it out. And that little bit will go across the entire under eye. And then I like to go in and press out with my fingers. Just the warmth of our fingers kind of helps to like really like push it into the skin. Okay, that's really pretty. This reminds me of the Tarte Shape Tape, the Ultra Creamy, which I've already gone through one and almost a full-size one as well, but not quite as hydrating as that. I feel like it has a slight tackiness to it. So because of that, you guys know I don't use a whole lot of powder, but I am going to go ahead and set it. I'll use my LYS Beauty and go in very lightly with this brush. Just so that it's set. Okay, so far so good. I think I like it. Of course, these are just first impressions. So far, so good. I think I'm going to go ahead and do my eyes first, and then I'll test out the one little brow product that I have. This is the Essence Coffee to Glow eyeshadow palette. I will say it feels pretty cheap, but I mean, Essence is a much more affordable brand, drugstore pricing. And it just feels like a little, you know, cheapy cardboard packaging. I love the color story. They're trying to pull a Huda down here. I will not be testing that out, but I definitely will showcase these. And what I'm looking for, I don't think I've ever tried an Essence palette. If I did, I do not remember. But their mascaras are wonderful. Their lash primer is wonderful. So I'm going to go in first with a fluffy brush, and I'm going to go in right here. And before I do that, so I don't forget, I'm going to go in with my ABH eye primer, as I always do. I'm hoping I have really good luck with this little like Essence collection. Like I said, I really love their mascara and their lash primer. I haven't tried a whole lot from the brand, so when I saw this, I was like, I really need this. I need this in my life. And of course, we'll be watching the concealer and all that and kind of see what everything does. Now we'll go in with that shade. And I'm just going to run this in the crease. I like it. Slightly powdery. I definitely feel like it is the shade on the lids that's in the pan. So far so good. I think I'm going to go right here now to this kind of like caramel shade. Again, a little bit of kickback, not, you know, intense. And I'm going to follow this right there in the crease as well, but I'm going to come a little bit lower so I can start to build up a gradient there. Okay, so far so good. I mean, it's definitely performing well. A little bit of kick up in a slightly drier formula, but as I'm blending it, it's not like blending away, so I'm cool with that. And then I'm going to go into the deepest shade right here, and I'm really going to just intensify the outer V. Yeah, they perform great. We'll see how they wear. You guys know that is the most important thing to me. I do not want to sit here and do my makeup and then it is withered away within 10 seconds. I'm going to use that same shade and bring it down to the lower lash line. Okay, I wish there was a lighter shade in here. I'm actually going to take a small little like definer brush, detail brush, and try to go into the swirl shade. I will swatch it for you. Oh, wow, that feels nice. So you can see how beautiful that is and kind of what they look like swirled together. I'm going to try to go into just the lightest shade in here so I can pop that on my inner corner and on the brow bone. Yeah, it's kind of hard to get just that shade. That's obviously not the palette's fault that I'm trying to do that. So yeah, just off first impression, I think it's working great. I think especially for the price point, it's fine. It's not the most pigmented, but what you see in the pan is, you know, what you get on the lids. I wish there were a separate, like, really light shade to do the inner corner and the brow bone. But it works. It does what it's supposed to do. It serves the purpose. We'll see how it wears. And I think it made a really pretty look. So I think I'm going to go right here into this shade. Just using my finger. Really, really pretty. It's more like a satin. I don't feel like it's like super high shine, super fold, but definitely still beautiful. We're going to put that on the whole first part of the lid. And then I'll go with a flat brush just to kind of define it a little bit through here. Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely not wowed, but it's doing what it's supposed to do. It works fine. I was kind of hoping it would smell like coffee, but it doesn't. I think this entire collection is super pretty. I think it's just kind of like super beginner friendly, super natural. I mean, you could definitely like travel with these as well. Everything's kind of like small and compact. So yeah, I mean, not blowing my skirt up, but I would use it again, so that's saying something, and I think it created a beautiful kind of everyday wearable look. I'm going to go back into this brush, and I'm going to go into this shimmer right here, and run that on the lower lash line on this half, just so we can use as many shades as we can. Yeah, it's pretty. I like it. And of course, I will link everything that I use down below. Yeah, I mean, considering we haven't been here very long, I think we created a pretty look. Next up, I'm not gonna like really do my brows. I'm gonna try out the brand new NYX Thicket Stick-It Thickening Brow Mascara. It is a vegan formula with hair-like fibers, and I got the shade Brunette. I'm really excited about this. Y'all know I'm all about brow products because, you know, my brows are tragic. Alright, so it claims that it is a thickening brow mascara, vegan formula with 16-hour wear. And I do love NYX brow products. They're some of my favorites. I like the component. Oh no! Okay, I like a tiny brush. This is personal preference, of course, first impressions. I like a teeny tiny brow brush. So we're going to see what happens. I am going to take a separate spoolie, just kind of as I always do, and kind of brush what little bit of brows I have up. And I'm not going to like detail my brows or anything like that today. I just want to see what this does on its own, because it does claim to, you know, thicken and add fibers and volume. Ooh, the color is nice. Huh. Might be eating my words about this bigger brush. Okay, I like this. Yeah, it is a little messy. I was just about to say I like this a lot, but with a bigger brush, it's just slightly messy. I don't mind that, though. Oh, I like it. Definitely holding them up in place. I think the color is, like, perfect. And it is giving me a little something where, I mean, I could go out like this and not feel, you know, self-conscious or feel like my brows aren't done. So we'll get up close and you can see the before and after. And again, drugstore pricing. I like that a lot. Let's see if it smells strong. I don't feel like it smells super strong or anything like that either. Oh no. I just wish the brush was slightly smaller, that's all. But the effect that it has, I think if you already are somebody that you have really nice brows and maybe they're just a little bit lighter, you're starting to get like me with gray hairs or something, or you have blonde hairs, and you just need to kind of intensify them a little bit and kind of have everybody like stand in place, I think you'd really benefit from this. Okay, NYX. Yeah, that looks really good, you guys. I like that a lot. Okay, so you know what? So far, we're having a good time. Next up, we are going to test out the brand new Maybelline, the Colossal Curl Bounce Mascara. Big volume, bouncy curl, and up to 24 hours of wear. The packaging, I think, is super cool. I have a lip balm that looks like this, and I cannot... it's right in front of my face. It looks like this Skin and Tonic London lip balm. It just reminds me of that. So we're going to test this out. And y'all know I love mascaras because I don't do falsies. So I'm pretty critical of mascaras. I am going to curl my lashes as I always do, and then we'll come test this bad boy out. Alright, lashes are curled. So here's our before. And we're going to go in. It feels nice and heavy, nice and weighted. I feel like Maybelline kills it with the mascaras. So we're going to pull it out. It doesn't seem to be a super wet formula, which I hate wet formulas. So already I can tell you I think I'm going to like the formula itself. I do like the wand. It is slightly curled and they're kind of more tightly, densely packed in there, which is what I like. Y'all are going to see my mirror. I'm so sorry. And let's go in. It does look very black. And I like to coat the top of the lashes as well, especially because I don't wear falsies. Okay, so right off the top, definitely looking really, really black. Definitely starting to fan them out. I feel like it feels slightly more dry than I like. I'm gonna go back in. I mean, I don't like a wet, you know, thick, goopy formula, but I also don't like it too dry. There we go. Ooh, okay. Definitely volumizing, for sure. I don't smell anything at all. I'm going to try to slightly build it up. And we'll see if it gets clumpy or anything like that. I can say off first impression, I really like it. It's definitely a drier formula. If you do not like a drier formula, you are not going to like this. Wow. That's nice. That's really nice. So we will get up close and personal. Yeah, that's beautiful. Definitely loving the lift and the curl, and I mean, we can see mega volume. All right, I like that. BRB. All right, we are back, y'all. I like this a lot. I definitely think if you are somebody that likes a drier formula and you're looking for volume, lift, curl, this is it. Next up, I'm going to be testing out the Viseart, the Bronze Noix. I hope I'm saying that right. And it is a little single bronzer that I got from Boxy Pop-Up, I believe, for a very affordable price. And it looks so stinking cute. Their packaging is so pretty. And let's take off the little cover. It does have a small mirror. It did get a little bit dinged up in transit, but I think it's going to be okay. I do want to swatch it. So that is what it looks like. But I can say even just based on my swatch, it is a slightly, I guess, drier formula. There's a considerable amount of kickback. I'm going in with my Judy brush from the crayon case. That's a lot of fallout, like when I'm just barely touching it. So I would say to just be careful, tap off your brush. And with bronzers, I always start up towards the hairline first. This just kind of ensures that if I have a bronzer that's not going to play well with me, that I may not like, that's just going to stick in place and become like muddy. Pretty much your hair is going to cover it once your hair is down. That's why I always start up here. So that's why you always see me start up here toward the hairline. I think it's really pretty thus far. And then I will start to kind of bring it down. And I like a big fluffy brush. I just like to warm up the complexion. I'm not necessarily trying to chisel or anything like that. I mean, this is a bronzer, not a contour. And then I just kind of softly press and bring it down. Yeah, that's really pretty. Really, really beautiful. I don't know that I could wear it in the summertime because I do get quite tan. But for right now, it's perfect. And I really like it. I like the texture of it. It's blending out really well. It doesn't have a funky scent or anything. Yeah, that's really beautiful. I like that. Okay, I like that. Look, y'all, so far we're having some really good luck. Okay, and we know that it's not always the case. Don't forget your snack. Don't forget your drink or two. Next, we're going to go in. I'm so excited about this. This is the Coffee to Glow Highlighter Beans, also from Essence. How cute is that? They remind me of the... Who was it that does like highlight beads and stuff like this all the time? Was it Givenchy? I do not remember. I'll try to find them and link them, or if you guys can remember. I don't even remember what they were called. I had a friend that gifted me some a long time ago. Okay, the packaging kind of disappoints me a little bit because even just taking off the little sticker, it's pulling up like all the packaging. But I mean, it's a cheaper brand. I wasn't expecting like luxury makeup. It does have the little cover on it. I want to smell them. They smell like coffee! Oh, that's what I was hoping for. from the palette. That's what they look like. They look like, of course, little coffee beans. And I feel like you could kind of focus lighter or go deeper. So I like that they did, oh my God. So I like that they did that because then it can be, you know, slightly more, that way it's a little bit more inclusive. And I'm going to use their brush. It is the Coffee to Glow Scented Highlighter Brush, y'all. And it says with caramel macchiato scent. And that's actually what I drink every single day. I get the little iced caramel macchiatos from Walmart, from the refrigerator section. The brush, I love. Oh my God. Stop the presses. Stop the mother effing presses. Essence, come here. Come here.
Girl, Essence. You did the damn thing on this brush, girl.
I can smell that all day. Nicely weighted. It has this beautiful soft matte finish on it. It has the branding. I love the shape. This reminds me very much, if I can find one, because a lot of my brushes are dirty still from Christmas. It reminds me of the Complex Culture ones. I don't have any on me right now, but you guys have heard me rave about the Complex Culture brushes. I love a weighty brush. Holy crap, that's Essence. That smells good. That smells real good. I'm hungry too. Oh my gosh. So I'm using this because I already feel like it's going to be a little too deep for me. I'm going to use this as more of like a bronzer topper and to give a little bit of a glow, and then we'll maybe go on with another highlight if we need to. So the preface is literally to just take it across the beans. And you can see that it actually picked up well. So I'm going to try it as a highlight and just see. Okay, I'm getting a little something. It's definitely too dark. So I'm going to do like I said and go back across and use it as more of a bronzer topper. That's much better. Much, much better. If you have a deeper skin, I think this would be better suited to you for sure. Those together, they smell so good, y'all. Oh my gosh. If you've tried this collection, please let us know how you feel about it. So yeah, definitely too dark for me as a highlight, and that's completely fine. So I just use it as a bronzer topper. Oh my gosh, y'all, it smells so good. Oh my gosh. And it feels incredible. The weight's beautiful. I'm blown away by the brush. So far, standout product of everything. That's amazing. That brush is amazing. If you don't buy anything else from this collection, get the brush. I'm happy, y'all. We're doing great. I'm going to attempt to go on this. I don't even remember what this looks like on the inside. I got it in Boxy Pop-Up. It's the Zoeva Spice of Life highlighter. So we'll see if we can use this. If not, then we just skip highlighter for today. Who cares? All right. And I've not tried a whole lot from Zoeva, but what I have tried, I've really loved. Okay, yeah, I think we'll be okay. I'm going to swatch. Feels slightly drier, and then this one right here I would definitely use as a like blush or blush topper in the summertime. So that is what they look like. I don't typically go super like white or icy with my highlighters, but I feel like we're going to be okay with it. I'm going to go in with a loose brush though, and this is the shade Sweet Relief. I'm going to get a little bit and tap it off and just hit the very highest point. Oh, okay, that's nice. Not super beaming. It definitely feels slightly drier. And it's leaving me a little bit of a cast. It's okay. It's nice, but it's definitely a drier formula. I like a formula that kind of sinks into my skin and doesn't sit on my skin, especially having like drier textured skin. But yeah, it's not terrible at all. I don't mind it at all. Okay, I think so far so good. Next, I'm going into, I've been wanting to try this forever. It's the Clinique Cheek Pop in the shade Fig Pop. I cannot tell you how long I've wanted to try this. I'm very excited. I hope that I like it. Oh, it's so much prettier and heavier in person than I thought it was going to be. That's stunning. I love the component. I think it's plastic, but it feels quite weighty. I don't know if they have a scent. Nope, I don't smell anything at all. I do want to swatch it. That is beautiful. Oh my God. That is beautiful. And has that little bit of like luminescence that I love in my products. I'm going to go in that same exact brush. Zero kickback at all, and it looks very pigmented. So we're going to go in very gently. And I'm going to, oh, yep, I like it. I'm going to place that here and then kind of sweep it up. Oh, that's pretty. I'm so happy I like this. Oh, yeah, that's beautiful. And I definitely feel like this is a layerable type of blush. So I think that I could probably use this year round. Wow, yeah, that's really beautiful. I'm feeling a little dry. I'm feeling like my texture and stuff is being enhanced. I think it's just I put too much powder product on top of powder product on top of powder product. Let me grab a setting spray because I want to just kind of get everything sunk into the skin, and I'll be RB. I'm going to go in with my Catrice Prime and Fine Illuminating Dewy Glow Setting Spray. This is one of my favorites from the drugstore. The pump sucks, but the setting spray itself is great. And then I'm going to take a dry sponge, as I always do. And I'm just going to lightly press. I'm not pulling or tugging as to not disrupt anything. And what this does, even if you have oily skin, you can just press everything. It just makes everything kind of become one with the skin as opposed to sitting on top of the skin. It just kind of brings everything to life. And yeah, that made the world of difference. Wow. All right, so quickly we're going to run down the lip plumper. I really like. I'm just leaving it like this. I think it looks really beautiful. Definitely can tell the difference. It sneaks up on you a little bit. You don't feel it at first and you're like, no, that's not working very much. But literally in that 45 to 60 seconds, as I was hitting play, as I was hitting record and doing the intro, it's quite tingly, not super uncomfortable at all. I think if you've maybe never used a lip plumper, it might be a little intense for you, but just kind of keep that in mind. And it only lasted maybe, what, 6 minutes or so while I did my foundation. I can still feel just something on the lips, but it's not uncomfortable. It wasn't uncomfortable then. It kind of sneaks up on you and it's quite tingly, and it's quite tingly at first, but I think it's beautiful and I really like it. I will continue to use the lip plumper. Again, that's the Too Faced Lip Injection Maximum Plump. I think it looks really pretty and I like it a lot. It's not sticky, not tacky, nothing. The Essence, the Coffee to Glow, the highlighter beans, I think is a bronzer topper. If you have fair or light skin, you would really love this. They smell nice. It looks really beautiful on the complexion. If you have medium, deeper skin tones as a highlighter, I think this would be beautiful on you. I really like this. Definitely a beautiful product. The Milani Supercharged Dewy Primer. I definitely felt like it made the skin look luminous and dewy and glowy. It didn't have a heavy fragrance. If you were just kind of super sensitive to like orangey, you know, vitamin C type scents, maybe not for you, but I really enjoyed this as well. The NYX Thicket Stick-It. Love. Even as I was like trying to fix my hair a second ago, you feel it, but it's not thick, it's not goopy, it doesn't feel sticky or tacky, but it also doesn't feel hard or crunchy. It's like that perfect kind of midpoint. And I think it works beautifully. So we'll 100% be using that. Highly recommend. The ABH Concealer, the Magic Touch Concealer. Again, I used shade 7. I do see some slight settling, but you know, keep in mind I am over 40. I mean, I have wrinkles, okay? I have skin. But I think the coverage is beautiful on it. The texture and consistency felt lovely. Again, it kind of reminded me of my Tarte Shape Tape, the Ultra Creamy. Not quite as creamy as that. I think that's kind of more of my favorite. But I still like this nonetheless. I would continue to use it and would recommend. The Essence Coffee to Glow Eyeshadow Palette. It's definitely not blowing my socks off, but did it do what it's supposed to do? Yes, it performed well. It blends well. We'll see how it wears. I would leave a pinned comment for you guys. I wish there was an inner corner shadow or a brow bone highlight shadow that was a little bit lighter. I think it's beautiful and I think it serves the purpose, especially for the price point. The Clinique Cheek Pop in Fig Pop. I love this. Again, we'll see how it wears, but I love the shade of this. I love that I could build it up so I can wear it now if I want to, but I could really intensify it as I get tan in the summertime. Love this. The hype is real on these. I know people have sworn by these for a long time, but I love it and I'm happy to have it. The mascara, definitely a standout. The Colossal Curl Bounce from Maybelline. If you do not like a drier formula and you do not like a bigger wand, this ain't for you. Just don't buy it. But if you are like me and that's kind of what you're looking for, is that, you know, beautiful lift, that curl, some volume, and you like a thicker, kind of more fluffy wand and a dry formula, I say holy shit, run for it. It's amazing. Definitely stand out. The biggest standout of the entire day, can't believe I'm saying this because I loved almost everything, like a whole lot, is the Essence Coffee to Glow Scented Highlighter Brush. It smells lovely. Not that maybe everybody cares about that, but I think it's a nice touch. Like, it smells divine, y'all. I love the shade. I love that it has the soft matte handle. I love the shape of the handle. I love the length. I love the weight of this. I love the density of this. It's nice and soft. I cannot say enough, and it smells so damn good. Stand out. it's incredible. I love it. The Viseart Bronze Noir bronzer. I like it. It's a slightly drier formula, and I typically like a more like luminescent type of bronzer. So not my favorite, and I don't know that I could obviously use this, you know, moving into like summertime. But I like it, and it was very affordable through the Boxy pop-up, so I would use it again. I definitely liked it. And then last but not least was the Zoeva Spice of Life highlighter palette. I will say it's not my favorite. It definitely feels a little bit cheaper. It's not terrible, but it's just a little bit of a more kind of dry formulation. This just isn't also my favorite like shade for myself. And it doesn't give me what I want it to give. It's not like super beaming and kind of like sinks into the skin and gives me that like glass-like effect. So not my favorite. We didn't have any duds at all, which is shocking. Truly shocking. What did you guys think? What was your favorite product? What are you excited to pick up? Please let us know. Let's have a conversation down in the comments below. I love you, beauties. Stay happy, healthy, and safe, and be your best beautiful. Bye, beauties.